Uh, as you said, I'm Tamiko Leverette, and my company is Nonprofit Dreams. And today I wanted to tell you briefly how I ended up through the program. I went through the program with Goodwill of North Georgia, and I did a business plan development program, which was to help create jobs. So for me, it was a time frame when I was in school getting my master's in public administration to work with nonprofits, and I was also working on my business plan. So my goal and action plan was that I would get out of school in December of 2008, and I would start my business while I was working a job, because when you start a business, the $1 million doesn't come the day you open your door. So that was the plan. I was on target, and in the fall of 2008, what happened? The economy started crashing, and by the time I went to walk through the stage in December, there was no jobs. So when I launched January 2009, the plan had to change and become my job. And I had to go full time into fighting for my business to pay my bills. And so luckily I went through a program that could balance the effect of what was happening with the economy. And so I went ahead in January of 2009 and launched my business, Nonprofit Dreams, which is to support and help individuals or businesses to start up their nonprofits or grow them to be sustainable and effective. And because a lot of organizations or people want to start nonprofits, but they struggle with how to do it. They just have a vision, but they don't have the details in between to make it successful. So that is what I decided my company would do. So I go through the IDA program, which was in partnership with Goodwill, and they opened the account with the bank, and you can't touch the money, you have to put it in, and it was a 3-to-1 match. So if I save $500 within the year, they would match it 3-to-1 and give me $1,500. So of course, I had to hurry up, because to launch my business, I needed things that I wasn't expecting to have to pay for when I didn't have a job. So I had to hurry up and get all of my money in order, and got the $2,000 together and went shopping at Best Buy and enjoyed myself. But because who gets to go to the store with $2,000? So I was like, wow, you do have to explain to them what you are going to exactly do with the money. They don't just hand it to you, and the check is written to the organization. So I had a list of everything I wanted to buy down to the penny, because I looked at the sales papers and the matches, because I need all my money to work for me. So I ended up using the money to buy, make my house wireless and get my modem and get a wireless printer, get a current brand new computer, and get my projector and all the operating equipment a consultant would need to launch and walk out the door and start. So I had everything I needed to work. At this point, it's nothing left to do but be in business, because I don't have an excuse anymore. I have everything I need. There was nothing else I needed. And so I used that, and for me, that program helped with the fact that it helped me to sustain myself through one of the worst economies that we ever had. And if I hadn't had the IDA program, where would I be today? Because that became a full-time job that we're in 2013. And so it created a job, not necessarily for 10,000 people, but it created one for one that needed to sustain herself to do what she had to do. So I was very happy that the IDA program had came my way. And so over time, what has come of this situation? I have become a participant of the American Businesswoman Association, and I was selected as one of their top 10 national businesswomen for 2013. Being part of the IDA program definitely taught me how to manage money, especially when you don't have it. And a lot of times you grow up in families where your parents or grandparents didn't know how to handle their money. And so that was a very enlightening situation, that even when you're college educated, you still need to go to somebody to teach you how to survive basic functions. And so that was a big learning lesson for me. I also got to launch a community television station show for nonprofits and training development. And then it just gave me a willingness to learn to take advice from others, and to stay connected with people and not just always feel like you in your situation alone, and to just tell other people about resources out there and to teach them to go just look for something. You never know what's out there if you don't even try. So that was the biggest part of how the IDA program helped me make it through. And so they also said, well, what is your future going to be like? What's your plans going forward? Well, for me, I've now developed the plan that my house will be paid off in the next 1 to 2 years, depending on income. But my goal is in the next 12 months to pay that off. So I will have a paid-for house by the time I'm 45. So, at this point, I'm now prepping to apply for government contracting. I am in the process of getting ready to start subcontracting and hiring some staff within the next year. I've participated this winter in the Dave Ramsey financial class on just personal management, to just keep yourself going and don't fall backwards. And that was just handling your money according to, where we're supposed to be. And then to just become a debt-free lifestyle, not just to how to handle my money, but how to make it that I'm debt-free. And so that is where the goal of paying off the house is coming from, because after that, I don't have anything left but student loans. And I'll be debt-free for the rest of my life. And then what do you do if you become debt-free? Because I come from a family that your friends and community that tell you always have bills to pay, you always have to pay the rent or mortgage, you always have to pay a car note, but all of my stuff is paid for and almost finished. So that's not true. And so I make an effort to say that, and you don't have to wait till you are a senior citizen to pay off everything. You can fight for this right now and make it happen. And that's something that we don't always teach in our own community. And tell the next person, if you start at 30 and get a 15-year loan, not the 30-year loan, you can have it done by the time you're 50, because most people after 50 is who are applying for disability, and that the biggest bill is your rent or your mortgage. So, you need to have a plan early on how to make this so. So, luckily, I had people around me to make it so. So, I'm one of them village kids, so I just wanted to tell you that. I got 2 minutes. Darn, I like to talk. So, so anyway, to wrap it up is to just work on growing my business and expanding it to now go outside of Metro Atlanta. Most of my training and grant reviewing was done within Metro Atlanta, and so within the next month, I'm now launching to go online to start doing my training. And so just continuing to just grow and pick up the pieces and fight for everything that you need to do, and just stay focused and don't let everybody tell you that, oh, it's okay to fall backwards. Not to say that the universe is perfect, but if you don't fight for it today, then you're gonna struggle a lot longer tomorrow. And so I've gotten that down, and they can't make me ever go back. So I'll wrap that up. Does anyone have questions for me?